everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Glossy Philosophy. My name is Jansen Binman, and today you are tuned in for a 3 Ways Wednesday. Today we are talking all about those shorts that you have in your closet that have no pattern on them, that are basically just basic shorts in a neutral, in a black, in a khaki, in a green, maybe even in a navy, but they still make you feel really good and they seem to go with so much. So how do we take them from being something kind of basic, dressing them up a little bit, elevating your everyday, and where are we wearing these things to? So today I've made it super simple because, as I said in my July edit, I need July to be a little bit more simple, a little bit more grab and go. So what do we do when we need those grab and go pieces, but maybe we're not into rompers or jumpsuits or even dresses? We grab those neutral pieces that have just maybe a little bit of a twist, a little bit of modern detailing that really makes us feel good, and then we pair them with something in the same color family. So kind of that monochromatic dressing that comes in and out of fashion, it doesn't matter. It's always in style. So there's a difference between trendy fashion and style. Style is how you dress every day. It's the thing that I think everybody feels when they put on something that is amazing and just like clicks with who you are and what you're trying to say as a person, and just hits all those boxes for you. That's your style. Finding your style, that's a whole other video. But fashion and trendiness is like, is it wide leg? Is it straight leg? Is it distressed? Is it not? So it's fun to have those pieces, but it's also really great to have some of those anchor pieces, again, that are neutral based, that you can pair with more neutrals. You're always in style. It doesn't matter what the trends are. So let's get into the looks. Look one, obviously the one that I'm wearing today. And again, everything, as you can see, is pretty neutral on the color palette. I've thrown in a pop of pink just for a little bit of fun, but everything is very neutral. So again, I've said this many times before, but I'm going to keep saying it because I really believe in it. When you have something neutral, you can pair it with something neutral. It doesn't make it boring, it makes it chic. Okay, the key here is to make sure that you're mixing and matching textures, maybe even like materials, and just making sure that the fit is right. Okay, so these shorts are from Faherty. They are amazing. If you don't know Faherty, you need to get to know them. They are a little bit pricier, but the quality is phenomenal, and I love their story of creating sustainable clothing. They have a lifetime guarantee on their clothing, and they've just opened up kind of like a secondhand Faherty store online. So if buying full price or buying the introductory welcome to Faherty is a little bit too expensive, check out the secondhand. You can find it on their website. I will link it below. And you can find some amazing deals at almost like 40–50% off of, I'm sure they were just worn by the models, or they were like the sample, something like that. They're in impeccable condition, basically brand new, but they're 40% off because they've already been worn. So these shorts, why do I like them? I like them because they have kind of that higher waist. They have a little bit of a paper bag, so kind of going back to that 1940s style, 1950s style. It's a little bit masculine, it's a little bit feminine, it has a little bit of the pleating, which is really great if you're a little bit curvier on the bottom and kind of carry your weight around there. If you don't carry your weight around your bottom half or this area, then the regular Arlie Day shorts instead of the tie waist could be a really great option for you. So these are in just like a basic khaki, right? They're slightly darker than maybe what you think of as khaki, but they just are so great. What a great staple. So find yourself a khaki short that goes really nicely with your skin tone, because As you know, not all khakis are created equal. Some are more brown, some are deeper. Some have a little gray in them, some have a little black in them, some have white in them, and it just depends on what makes you feel really comfortable. As soon as you put on a great brown khaki short, you will know which one makes the most sense. And again, don't go with something trendy unless you love that trend. Go with something that makes sense with your lifestyle, your budget, and of course, you. Okay, so we are pairing this with a sweater tank. Sweater tanks were huge this year, right? So we are adding in a little bit of trendiness just to keep it super modern. However, again, we are on the neutral scale, so it doesn't even matter if sweater vests or sweater tanks go out of style because it's a woven and it's kind of a chunky woven. It's going to be in style no matter what, okay? It just may not be trendy next year. But this one is from Evereve. Has a little bit of that kind of like pebbling detail. So you have a lot of different colors, but everything is basically oatmeal, right? We've got shades of oatmeal going on in this entire outfit. I've also added some nickel and suede like large print leopard teardrop earrings. These are the medium size, just in case anyone is wondering. They do come in small and they also come in large. Why does this outfit work? Again, we're playing with lots of different textures, we're playing with lots of different materials. Nothing is the same and yet everything's talking to each other. I didn't want to go for a romper look. I wanted to go with something a little bit more dressed up, a little bit more chic. And this is what I came up with. So this outfit is really great for like anything that's casual, right? Going to the zoo, going for all those pickups and drop-offs, doing your errands. This could be a really great travel outfit, although because these are khaki shorts, anytime you sit down, you are going to notice a little bit of creasing. I think it makes it a little bit cool. However, I understand if you are flying on like a 10-hour flight, maybe not the best option. Go for a darker short if you are going to wear shorts. Probably not great for the office if you have a very creative and casual business, emphasis on casual, where shorts are okay. Then you can grab something like the BLANKNYC jacket that adds, again, another texture, another layer of interest. Even though this is almost kind of the same texture as the shorts themselves, everything's kind of in that woven detail. So then the thing that makes this interesting is the proportion. You can really cinch on the bottom and it has these super chunky buttons, and again, it just kind of goes, everybody is talking to each other. It's a modern silhouette. It's kind of funky, kind of 20s, kind of 40s. All of those things, kind of 90s with the monochromatic coloring. You've got a lot going on and yet you don't have a lot going on. So it's a very visually interesting outfit. Now, what are we wearing on our feet and accessories and all that good stuff? Instead of doing the earrings, you could go for a necklace, but I kind of liked how this just stayed nice and open, creating that nice long and lean silhouette figure, especially with the earrings. They're so big, it kind of helps the eye move up and down. If I was wearing smaller earrings, then maybe doing a necklace would have made more sense. I say go for a statement ring. This one isn't huge. You could have gone for a bigger one that I'll be showing a little bit later, but again, I'm just keeping everything really nice and simple. I'm going to grab my Paker bag that is woven and in leather, and then of course I'm going to be wearing my metallic Dolce Vita sandals. I think they're the poly lace-ups. And then you've got shimmer, you've got texture, you've got almost a pattern going on here, and that creates a beautiful, cohesive, lovely outfit. So that is outfit 1. Outfit 2 is great for those days when it's a little bit cooler in the morning and starts to warm up by mid-afternoon. This is not one that you want to wear when it is 90 degrees when you first wake up and 100 degrees when you go to sleep. This is more of that, it's in the 60s, maybe 70s in the morning, and maybe gets to low 80s, mid 80s. So the key with going with longer sleeves and shorts, which I think is just one of my favorite combinations no matter what the combination is that you have to choose a shirt that is weather appropriate. What do I mean by that? You really, in the summer, need to look for linen, poplin, and cotton, like 100% cotton. If you are buying a button down that is a cotton blend, you could possibly just die in the heat, okay? So seriously, like the difference between wearing a linen, 100% linen shirt or a linen cotton blend, 100% cotton shirt versus a blend with a little bit of that plastic acrylic rayon is huge. You will feel so much more comfortable if you choose weather appropriate materials. So why does this work? It works because we are playing again with that masculine feminine. We have kind of these masculine shorts, right? And yet they have a little bit of that feminine detail with the tie waist. We're adding some more masculine detail by wearing kind of a boxier shirt. And the fun thing is, especially about this shirt, is that it has pineapples on it and it's pink. So not only does it just make everybody happy, but it also brings in that femininity. You can also bring in more femininity with your accessories and just how you're doing your hair and your makeup. If you are going straight up masculine, then you can pull your hair up and do like a little top knot and go super minimal on your makeup, maybe super minimal on your accessories and things like that. And that is a very chic look, definitely very European. If you want to bring in a little bit more of that like American femininity, then you can paint your nails maybe to match the pink on the shirt. You can do that bright pop of lip color. And of course you can wear your hair really curly. If I was wearing this all day, I probably would curl my hair just to bring in a little bit more of that femininity. If my hair is straighter, it is a little bit of a sleeker look, so it just automatically goes a little bit more masculine, 90s, you know, streamlined kind of a thing. So if you have the ability to change your hair texture, don't forget about that, because that can be a really fun way to also add in a little bit of an extra layer of visual interest with your outfit as well. So where are you wearing this to? This is a great one for vacation. Again, it's a great one for those cooler to warmer days. It's just a really great option when you're not really sure what to wear. You can always grab a button down, whether it's short sleeves or long sleeves, and shorts, no matter what the color is. We are keeping it very neutral with just a little bit of a pop of color. I'm going to pair it with the same shoes, again, to give me that metallic shine. I can absolutely pair it with the same bag. This bag keeps it on the more neutral side. If you wanted, again, to play with more of that coloration, then you can grab something in a colorful like market tote or something in a straw that has a little bit more detail, because everything is very minimal in the basic ensemble. So adding in a little bit more of that bigger stripe or even a pattern in your bag, that can be a really fun way to make it a little bit more casual and just have a little bit more fun with color. So that is outfit 2. Outfit 3, I know, it's a sweater. However, we all know that fall is going to be here. And honestly, there have been a few mornings in July when in my house it has been a little bit chillier than I was expecting, and I needed to throw on a sweater over a tank top or whatever I was wearing, just because our AC was blasting a little bit harder than anticipated, along with maybe a cooler morning. So having a sweater that can go with some of your short options is not a crazy idea. It's also a really fun way to start to dip your toe into fall fashion without going full on. And this, something in a very neutral stripe, is a great place to start your like reinvigorating your fall wardrobe. And also just, you know, in September, it's those goofy spring fall days where you start in the 40s and 50s and then it warms up to the 70s, maybe the 80s. Something like this sweater can be a really great one to go with. So how are we styling this? Because the stripes are so big, and by the way, if you are bigger on top than you are on the bottom, I would look for a thinner stripe, because that's going to be much more flattering than a thicker stripe. but if you are smaller on the top and bigger on the bottom, drawing the eye up to the top half with a bigger stripe helps to balance out the proportions. So keep the stripe width and just like the bigness of it in the back of your mind as you're trying on things. It is not you, it is the stripe, okay? So if you put on a striped anything and something feels a little off, it is not you, it is the stripe, or it is the cut of the garment. Now you can tell that this sweater is, again, on the boxier side. I love, especially with a tailored bottom, going a little bit boxier. It feels a little bit more relaxed, especially because I'm personally not going into the office. It also just kind of fits with, I feel like, the aesthetic of now. So in order to balance out these really thick, big stripes, I am pairing it with a really big statement ring. Also, because it is a mock neck sweater, something that you can do to keep the eye moving up and down is to grab a necklace, a big one or a small one, and make sure that it's just a pendant. So because if you have something that has a lot of beading and detailing going this way, then it just kind of, the eye is bouncing this way already with the stripes, and that just kind of accentuates it. But grabbing something a little bit more delicate with a statement pendant, or even something delicate like this from Gorjana, then that is going to help elongate the neckline and just, again, help the viewer's eye go up and down instead of getting stuck in the striped area, which it definitely is going to because of the size of the stripes in general. It also is the only area where you have a little bit of pattern. So in order not to fight with such a big pattern, even though it is classic, it is definitely still a pattern. You just want to go really basic with your accessory, like the rest of your accessories. Grab that statement ring in a pop of color or something in your necklace. I would skip the earrings because you have that higher neckline, so definitely a necklace and a ring with this one. If you wanted to roll up the sleeves of your striped sweater, then you could do a bunch of bracelets. That could be really pretty if you didn't have kind of these statement sleeves that are going on. But you want to keep your bag a little bit more on that neutral side, or if you did want to do a pop of color, make sure that there's not too much detailing that's taking away from the sweater. The sweater needs to be the star of the show, again, because of the size of the pattern. And once again, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to wear that gold because I want that shine, that shimmer, that extra layer of texture, and that extra layer of material that's kind of mixing with all of this very neutral outfit. I think that just elevates it a little bit. Anytime you go leather, it elevates an outfit, and if you add a metallic anything, it again elevates an otherwise very like everyday look. So that's how you elevate. You add in those leathers, you add in those like richer details, suedes, leathers, metals, things like that, and all of a sudden it takes something that can be a little bit more on the basic side and it elevates it just a little bit. You just want to make sure that you are balancing all of those things together. So this is a very casual outfit, so it's kind of fun to go with a metallic sandal, whether or not it's the Dolce Vita or something else. It's just a fun opposite juxtaposition that makes your outfit a little bit more interesting. If you are a sneaker gal, find something that has a little bit of extra detailing or a little bit of shimmer or shine, or maybe even a smaller pattern or color blocking, something that plays really nicely with the big stripes. I think that can be really, really fun. But again, just going basic, doing that pop of color in one area and then going very basic anywhere else. This Parker Thatch, you can't go wrong with it. It goes with so many different things, whether or not you're doing neutrals or otherwise. But that is outfit 3. Thank you guys so much for watching this 3 Ways Wednesday. As you can see, I've changed up outfit 3 just a little bit, just to give you another look, and I will have the styling videos, of course, playing throughout the video. But don't be afraid to play with your clothes and just kind of decide, should that sweater be tucked? Should it be untucked? There's so many little nuances that you can do to really make an outfit your own, and adding those special you touches to an outfit, again, really make it yours instead of it feeling like it was pulled directly from a store catalog or a mannequin or something like that. So this is always a place to start. It's always a place to get your creativity flowing. You don't have to own these exact pieces. However, if you are curious about the brands or the exact pieces that I have, everything is always linked below in the description bar. Thank you again for watching. I do fashion videos every Wednesday, beauty videos every Friday, and on Mondays tackling specific situations and questions that you may have to make your life a little bit easier and a little bit more glossy. Thank you again for watching. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.